What's going on, guys? So I am out here in Tampa, Florida at the Florida RV Super Show, and I'm trying to film unique RVs, specifically RVs that kind of check most of the boxes that I've always requested be checked in terms of structure, what they're doing to them, some of the changes that they've made. And it's kind of interesting because I just filmed a Micro Mini Winnebago, these really cool off-road designed RVs. I don't know how off-road capable they really are, but they sure are doing a lot of good things, which we'll go over. And the one that I just filmed had all thermofoil countertops in it. And the big call out on that one was the fact that I was like, you know what, just put solid surface, stainless steel, whatever, put solid surface in. And then we decided to hop in this one real quick just to see what it was about, and found solid surface countertops, at least throughout the kitchen. And all of these had them except for the one that I filmed earlier. So I'm wondering if it's a package you can get or an upgrade, because certainly you're not getting it in all the units and you're not getting it everywhere, but you are getting it in some areas that really matter. But we're going to review this really cool Micro Mini FLX and see what it's all about. Hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, so let's start with the numbers on this unit. This is going to have a gross vehicle weight rating of 5,500 pounds. It's going to ride on twin axles. They're 3,000 pound rated axles, so you have 6,000 pounds worth of axle capacity for a 5,500 pound max loaded trailer, which means the axles actually exceed the weight of the trailer fully loaded, and that's a great box to check. 1,006 pounds worth of cargo capacity, which is more than enough for a trailer this size. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here. You're going to really like what they're doing with the tires. So this is also going to check a big box, but we'll get to that here in a second. There's solar on this unit as well, which is really nice. I don't know the exact wattage, but it is good to know that they've installed it. Starting up front here, twin 30-pound propane cans on a super small travel trailer. That's unheard of. You never see that. This is something that is really good to see, and it's something that they really don't need to do, but I'm glad that they are doing it, because people oftentimes need that propane to run a furnace, to run their cooking equipment and everything in their RV, and the last thing you want to do is go out somewhere where it's cold, need your furnace to run, and you run out of fuel. So having 60 pounds of propane available is really awesome. Power front tongue jack. Again, something on these smaller trailers you typically don't see. That's really nice. This rides on a BAL frame, and this is actually a really good fully engineered frame. It's huck bolted instead of welded, and it's a very structurally engineered frame, which is also nice. You have power stabilizers front and rear on this unit. Again, in this price point, you're usually seeing, you know, your traditional scissor style jacks. So far it's checking a lot of boxes, and these are real things that are actually checking really good boxes if you're looking for a compact travel trailer. So here are your controls for those jacks. And then you have a huge pass-through storage in here, storage all over the place. Plus they have a GoPower 30 amp MPPT solar charge controller. There's another really good box. It's not just a cheapy PWM. Coming around, you have aluminum fold-out steps. Some people on these types of units really prefer this type of step over that type of step, mainly because it's easier to get closer to things without having to worry about a step flipping out, and you're not throwing dirt in the RV. So I don't necessarily say that this is an upgrade or a downgrade. It's a preference, but the fact that they're using the aluminum version of it, or the aluminum surfaces, is definitely a good box to check. Coming around to the back here, torsion suspension. So this is not running traditional leaf sprung suspension. They have torsion suspension on this unit. That is a huge box to check. That's one that people absolutely see as an upgrade, and oftentimes do upgrade, and they spend a lot of money doing it. So the fact that you're getting that included on this Micro Mini is a really, really good box to check. Goodyear Wrangler tires. These are real radial road tires. Super, super high quality tires. A lot of people are going to say, why do you need an aggressive tire on a towable trailer? Well, the reality is you can sometimes pull it over things where the trailer can slide. So having that traction helps, but at the end of the day, it just looks really good. And you got to admit, it's great that they're using a higher quality tire, because Westlake makes their own kind of version of an off-road tire that they actually use as the spare. And, you know, you see them and you're kind of like, it's a cool looking tire, but it's a Westlake. But these are Goodyear Wranglers, so big fan of them. Super glad that they're putting those on here. They're putting spray ports, water fill, all of this stuff, so it's easy to get to. They have a little vent right here as well, and we'll show you what that goes to. That's actually to your Truma system on board. You also have your power stab jacks down here as well. Awning up top with LED lights, and your JBL sound system. So you're seeing all really good things on these units. Let's hop inside of this Winnebago Micro Mini FLX 2108 TB. So this is also Asdel, so they have the right material on the outside to keep it impervious to water and mildew and mold and all that stuff that can cause delamination. It's a pretty high step up considering how small this is. We're going to pan around real quick so you can see what's going on with this unit. Now, there are certainly areas in this unit where they're reducing cost, absolutely. But there's also areas that they've kind of spent the money. And you're like, well, was it a trade-off? Because quite frankly, I would take some of this stuff because they're giving me other stuff. Let me give you an example of that. Truma air conditioning system. So this is the type of AC that you typically see on high-end Sprinter vans. This is the type that you typically see on your higher-end, more expensive RVs. And they're putting it on a relatively low-cost Micro Mini travel trailer. I mean, you never saw that before. So this thing has a Truma air conditioning system on it, which is absolutely amazing. Super quiet unit. The only areas that I see thermofoil, and I don't know how I feel about it, are areas that it's probably not as bad. The dinette under the TV right here. But check all this out. This is real quartz material. This is like Corian. This is really, really nice what they're doing here. And they're putting it all around the sink and in places that matter. This was a big gripe I had with the previous model that I recently filmed. And I'm like, you know what? They need to put real solid surface materials that are truly impervious to different types of things around the kitchen. And they did it. I mean, they have a little flip-up shelf, which is also solid surface. This is not lightweight stuff. So it's really cool to see that they're doing this kind of stuff. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of more expensive brands that people typically associate with quality that haven't been doing this. So that's really cool. Huge windows. They put windows all over the place. These windows aren't that big, but you get windows everywhere. Cabinet storage everywhere. Tons and tons of storage. The story behind a lot of these units is just the sheer amount of storage. And this is kind of cool how they've done this. So this is a dual bed system, and you can combine the two and turn it into this enormous king-size bed with these cushions that go in the middle. But you just put them on the side if you want to use these as like lounge chairs or kind of a sofa type thing. Power and USB on each side as well, plus a nice basket there. I feel like they probably could have put another net on the other side. But you have this nice ledge across the top as well. You have these really cool drawstring shades if you want to black out your windows. You have more storage underneath here as well. And then you have cool little access down here in the center that you can store things whenever you have the bed in this configuration. Back here, you have a place for your sponge, lots of drawers. You know me, if there is no drawers, there's no kitchen. That's the way I kind of like to describe things. They are probably going to go over a few things over here. Let's see if they have any information that I'm not already seeing. Coming back, you have a cabinet right here. You have more drawers right here. This just has a tremendous amount of storage that you typically don't see. And one of the sacrifices is you have a slightly smaller cooktop, only 2 burners, but I think for most folks in something like this, that's more than enough. You have some cabinetry up here. You have a small high-point compact microwave. Your TV's right here, your JBL sound system above. This is a booth-style dinette with storage underneath, and this can also convert into a bed. Again, thermofoil countertops in this unit. And right here, under here you have more storage. You have a 12-volt refrigerator over here as well. Your furnace ducting is down there. Back here, so you have a full bathroom in this unit. And what I mean by that is oftentimes in these small units, you typically have just the toilet and a shower, and then you have to come out and use the sink in the kitchen area. But this one actually gives you a full bathroom, which is really, really cool, complete with medicine cabinet. It is thermofoil countertops. Oh, actually, no, this isn't. This is a solid surface countertop in here. Again, any areas around water, it seems as if they're really stepping up and giving you the materials you need to protect it from long-term damage. Storage here. More hanging storage right here. Actually, a really good amount of storage in here. And then more storage right here. Porcelain foot flush toilet, sliding door. Over here is your Truma thermostat. But this is one heck of a unit. They are including so many things on here that are just standout features. And I really can appreciate that, because you don't see a lot of manufacturers who are adding this type of content, this type of technology, and the things that will allow this to probably last longer when it's going down the road. Over here we have our Xantrax Bluetooth. What is this for? This is typically probably for your solar system. Solar charge controller up here, as well as your controls for your slide, your awnings, and your tank and lights and things like that. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. Are you as surprised as I am to see what they're doing with these micro minis, especially things like that? Upgraded faucets. I mean, it's just a really cool compact trailer, and they're doing a lot of things right, and it's worth calling them out on that. Anyways, guys, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very soon.